Well, he's got
Something here has changed. On your side, you're on mine. What if the dam breaks? But if we survive, I know we'll come out stronger in the end. In our hearts we find something that will heal the pain we're in. I'll do what it takes to make you believe. With my heart and hyperdrive, we do what we want, but we're not free.
Oh, what a...
If we survive, I'll never leave your side again. With our hearts entwined, I know you will heal the pain we're in. Standing by your side,
Jesus, that's caustic, isn't it?
with my heart
Caustic?
cry. I'll do what it takes to make you believe. We do what we want, but we're not free. With our hearts on hyperdrive.
Трохи поплавився їх інвентар. Байрактар. Байрактар.
Welcome back! What's going on? Hey guys. You guys look nice. Good morning. What's up? 1 year on the tube. It has been a year? Oh my word. Good morning, movie star. What's up, Brad? Bib, what's going on? I'm here for the skin tight silky pew pews to shovel. I'm wearing pants. Sorry to start your morning off so negatively. Oh my god, I got a lot of shit to reset over here. I thought so. I checked the mic, I checked the cameras, but I did not check all the other stuff. Give me a second. What a stupid idiot. How we doing? Mosing for 12 months. These for 12 months. Nolan, how was your trip, mate? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. If you guys are interested in knowing what I look like shirtless next to fucking Rudy Ray, beep. All right, stream elements. We'll figure all this out again. Don't worry. All right, dashboard. Well, then I'm gonna head. Hey, I got to wear pants for 2 weeks. All right, but I did wear American flag silkies underneath. So when the TV show goes live, just know that underneath of all of those, all that makeup and clothes are a pair of good goods. How we doing? Widget data, that's what I'm looking for there. Goals. Reset goals. Reset. There we go. All right. It is not a new month. So we are not working towards another Fit PC just yet. Let me kill that really quick. Hello? Chat Fit PC. There it is. All right, let's chat, guys. So for those that kind of weren't tracking where I was, for the last 2 weeks, I've been filming a TV show with Rudy Reyes. Absolute badass of a dude, man. An absolute badass. That makes up for it then. It's a whole different world than what I could have expected. Let's just put it that way. I might kill this. Dad, TJ, what's up, man? I might for Nerf night this week. Should be around and able to hop in, hopefully. I'm not sure what Nerf night looks like this week. My 9 to 5 has kind of my old 9 to 5 has invited me to a dinner this Friday, and I feel a personal obligation to go because my departure was kind of quiet, and I didn't really get the chance to, shake hands, high five teammates on the way out. You know what I mean? So let's talk about where I was these last 2 weeks. So about a year ago, I got invited by a producer for the History Channel to essentially come on as an expert from a combat footage perspective for a show they wanted to film, essentially evaluating combat footage. It's, quite literally what we do over at 530. Did a couple Zoom interviews with them, read some stuff. They asked me to break down a Cannonball video that released from the Syrian Civil War. Anyway, fast forward by about 6 months, 6 months, and I didn't hear back from them. I just figured, whatever. They called me about 2 days before my cruise. We had it was the most recent one, the one we did back in June. They called me right before that and said, "Hey, we don't want you to be an expert." I was like, "Yeah, well, I figured that. You motherfuckers haven't called me back." They said, "No, we want you to host it." I'm like, "What?" I'm about to go on a cruise, and they said, "Well, no, we need you in 2 days to do what's called a chemistry test." It's morning, Otto. I'm like trying to get coffee through my system. They said, "Well, we need you to do what's called a chemistry test with Rudy Reyes." And I was like, "Rudy Reyes? Like Generation Kill? Marine? Rudy Reyes?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'll never forget what I said to him first. I said, "Will he have a shirt on?" This is like some History Channel, executive producer. And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Nothing. Never mind." So I'm on my cruise, and the missus and I are having a great time with the kids. And at 9 a.m., I've got the ocean behind me in my balcony. And the balcony is behind me on the cruise. And I'm on a Zoom call, basically doing a rough cut of an episode for the show with Rudy. And I've got one of my retro rifle shirts on, so it's got like palm trees and Glocks on it. I was like, there's no chance that this is gonna go anywhere, man. Well, they actually really liked it. So Rudy is a very high energy guy, and I mean high energy. Imagine an Energizer bunny with not just the batteries, but with a cord shoved up its ass. Beep, sorry. That just goes even faster. That's Rudy, and he will bring you up. Let's just put it that way. He's also been very helpful from like a business perspective. You guys know that this is all very new to myself, my family. So he's, he worked through a lot of these same challenges, kind of just dove headfirst into it. So we get to New York, which is where I was the last 2 weeks. First of all, I'm coordinating my travel with them. I'm like, all right, when's the flight, so that I know how, I'll need to prepare. I want to have my ducks in a row. I want to be there. I don't want to miss the flight. And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it." So what do you mean? I'm like, "We're going to have a car pick you up." I said, what? What do you mean you're going to have a car pick me up? I live like an hour away from, I live in the sticks. I'm like, no, it's fine. We're just going to have a car pick you up. So the morning of the travel comes around, and here's this damn Escalade that pulls into my driveway, and I'm like, babe, no. Anyway, I don't want to dive too far down that. Well, I get in the back of the Escalade, and I'm just f***ing with all the buttons because it's a really nice car. Like playing with the buttons. And the guy's like, please don't leave all the buttons on. Get into New York, and wait, you don't normally have a car pick you up for the airport? I mean, Amanda and I are like freaking out. The missus and I are just losing our minds. We're just like, there's a car here to. I grew up different than that. I don't know. So I get into New York, and it's a really nice hotel. I posted a few things on Instagram. There's going to be more behind the scenes type of stuff that'll eventually come out, but I really couldn't keep myself from getting into trouble. Let's see if I can find this really quick. I can't technically post it because it kind of shows Rudy's outfit, which is a part of the show, but I just kept messing with Rudy's outfit the whole time. I was an absolute nuisance. I didn't know what I was doing. It turns out, they were actually very happy with it all. Like History Channel executives were there, and they were there the first couple days to really just check in on us and see and make sure we weren't absolute boobs. But they left after the second day. They're like, "You guys, this is going to be awesome." Let me see if I can find that video really quick. Hit the like button for me, please and thank you. I'm going the wrong direction. No, I'm going the right direction. I never know which way to scroll my phone, dude. There it is. All right. So, where's that video? Is that a video? No. Oh, here it is. You see. Hold on. I just kept messing with him. How does your show affect the Funker streams? Not at all. It actually is a great parallel. So the focus and function of the show is mysteries, war mystery. I don't know how much I can really talk about it. I at this point I don't know. We've already kind of even with the history folks been chatting around town about it. But originally it would have been a just professionally produced version of the Funker show, but then it changed to this more mystery focused what actually happened here, and they've got some they actually did a lot of research. One of the things that I've been doing over the last 3 or 4 months is reviewing their research, making sure there's I'm an intel guy by trade, making sure that holes are kind of plugged, if that makes sense, reviewing, Rudy and I's part to make sure we're not leaving questions unanswered where there are, answers to questions, because sometimes you just don't know what actually happened. Did you get makeup to make you look all? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did have to wear makeup. Hold on. I'll give you that one too. There's me with makeup on. Come on. Yeah, I had to wear makeup. I never thought that would happen either. Ronnie's back. Welcome back. What's up, Al? Rudy, the only guy to play himself in Generation Kill since no one else could. You're damn right. Rudy shared with me about that. There's an opening scene in episode 1 of Generation Kill where, Rudy's butt-ass naked. He was like, bro, we shot that scene all day. I was like, what do you mean? It's like, there have to have been 100 takes of that, and it was cold. And I was like, Rudy, how do you feel now about that? He's like, bro, I had to pull on. There's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I don't want to share too much because I got a whole vlog coming out once we're allowed to talk about it. I've been half paying attention to this. All I gather is Ronnie went to New York and plugged some. I met some really cool people while in New York. The two stories I'll share with you. I met Tulsi Gabbard. That was interesting. Tulsi Gabbard and I going back and forth on a rooftop in New York about Ukraine. I'm not afraid to argue with somebody. But it was a good discussion, right? And I also met, the night before I came home, Anthony Scaramucci. Rudy knows Tulsi, Rudy knows Anthony. So I'll tell you the Scaramucci story. So, we're all done with filming, and Rudy's like, we're going to have dinner at the Hunt and Fish Club. It's Anthony Scaramucci's joint. And I was like, you mean the guy that used to work for Trump? Like, I don't... It's like, yeah, Anthony Scaramucci. I was like, what else does he do? Well, apparently he's like worth a couple billion. I don't know. So we meet at his restaurant and we have dinner, and it's a fantastic dinner. A lot of really good discussion. I don't pay attention to people's politics. I try to get to know, the person, the individual. Very pleasant guy to talk to. You can tell he's from New York, tell he's Italian. At the end of the night, Rudy, his wife Jade, and we need to get back to Brooklyn where we're staying. And Anthony's like, we could take you. I've got a kind of jet right by there. Nothing is right by anywhere. First of all, 3.9 miles from my hotel to Manhattan takes 45 minutes. Get your shit together. Anyway. So Anthony's like, well, why don't we just drive you instead of paying for the Uber? The Uber's going to cost you $50. I spent like $250 on Ubers in New York. And Rudy and I are like, you mean like in your ride? He was like, yeah. It was very mafia-esque. Like, his nephew is his driver, and his nephew is an absolute badass. I mean, a badass. If I had his Instagram handle, I'd tell you what it is. Dude is like a black belt and everything. His Instagram's like spinning, flying kicks in the air and shit. Anyway, this, once again, a big-ass Escalade rolls up, and Scaramucci... There's 3 rows in these things. And he decides, he's like, come on, you guys just ride with me. Instead of what I expected, which, okay, we'll get in the 3rd row. It's going to be dope. It's going to be awesome. Anthony and his wife climb over the back seat into the 3rd row, and Rudy, myself, and Jade are sitting in like he and his wife's like cockpit seats with like screens, and it was the most surreal thing. I was way out of place. Let's just put it that way. 3.9 miles, 3.9 minutes. Exactly. Nice to have you back. Did you go to Carmine's? God knows you had some dirty water dogs. No, I didn't. So the only like real touristy things that I did were, I went to the World Trade Center. I'd never seen it before. I'd never been to Ground Zero. And I got to tell you, that induces some emotions. Let's just put it that way, right? They have done the gravity of that justice. If you're not familiar with what it looks like, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum in New York is essentially 2 big pits, right, with the names. And I'm kind of giving away part of the vlog here, but I don't know when the vlog will come out, because I can't post anything about the show until they start promotion. But the names of the victims line the edge of these 2 big pits with a waterfall down into what appears to be an infinite pit. Well, one of the producers of our show, of the History Channel show, he worked on a committee that he worked on a documentary about the design. And if you ever get a chance to go and see it, do so, when you look at the names, you'll notice proximity, right? You'll notice that the names are close to each other. And you'd think that they just did that to fit them all, but that's not the case. They reached out to the thousands of families and said, is there anybody that you would like us to put your loved one's name close to? So what you're looking at is relationships. You're looking at people that worked together or knew each other or, were close in some way. And knowing that, looking at those names, oh man. I didn't go to inside the museum. I'm going to save that for the girls. I'm going to take the girls and the missus up there eventually. But of course I did that. I did that the last day. That was Saturday during the day. And I also went to Katz's and had a Reuben, and it was, well, I had a Reuben, but I had them use pastrami instead of corned beef because I can't go to New York and not have a pastrami sandwich, but I love Reubens. And I was talking to the badass that was back there chopping all the shit up. And he was like, man, you got to try the Reuben with pastrami. And I was like, if you tell me to eat that, I'm going to eat that. Typical New York kind of deli. You're throwing elbows with some old lady in a wheelchair to get into one of the cutter lines. You went to the tube food capital of the world and didn't get tube food. No, I didn't. I thought about it, but I sure didn't. Good seeing you back, Bomber Clat. What's going on? Try a cab. The cabs were just as expensive, man. Yeah, it was just as spendy. Bring a sense of comfort to their families, yeah. Not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Well, so if you guys are wondering, a great show for you to watch to start to get a feel for our show is called The Proof Is Out There. The same producer that produced ours produced that show. The Proof Is Out There. I watched that. A lot of the same feel. I can tell based on the way they're doing intros and the camera and stuff. You're gonna get a feel for the look of the show at least. Best part about New York. Well, that you can leave. Listen, I'm not a city guy, all right? I'm sitting there in the hotel. On the off days, there's nothing to do. My laptop, I can't play games on my laptop. It'll explode. It'll literally combust. So there's nothing to do, and I like to walk when I'm away somewhere. I think there's like studies or something that says when you walk, it helps you process information, helps you think. But I like to walk. And you go outside to walk, and you're still throwing elbows with everybody. Right? There is a lot going on at all times. Hustle and bustle, no thank, dude. It's a different world. And first of all, dinner. My producer scheduled dinner for us, right? And he was like, we're gonna do dinner, and then afterwards we'll meet up with the rest of the crew. I was like, awesome. It sounds like a great night. He's like, yeah, dinner's at 9. You mean the meetup's at 9? No. Dinner starts at 9, and we got to wait for dinner. So when dinner's done, it's going to be 10:45, and then we're going to meet everybody else. I was like, well, do we have a late start tomorrow? No. No, you don't. You're going to get your ass up. But I'm normally already asleep by then. Yeah, like Funker messaged me last night at 11:45. I was in bed. Anxiety Central, you're not wrong. Dinner at 9, I'm going to be cranky. I was cranky, man. I was mad. Cats is so yummy. It was good. Oh, it's so good. Even the pickles were good. Pickles are tube food, aren't they? So anyway, that was That's a rough summation of the trip. I had a good time. What's up, Icon? How do they not burn out? They do. They do. Absolutely. And it comes out of nowhere either. Or it comes out of nowhere too. Just like, nope, I'm going to take the day off. Well, yeah, because you're literally going nonstop. Like, I was tired, man. On the weekends, I was like laying in bed until like 1 in the afternoon. Did you bring your binky? Fuck out of here, man. I also had a chance to work out with Rudy, of course. I'll never do that again. Never do it again. He works out like 4 times a day. They're short, quick workouts. And for those that know what it is, he starts his workout with Tabata. Tabata is high intensity intervals. And I typically end with Tabata, but what he does is he forces his body into like this, uber burning metabolic state ahead of his workout. And I'm like, dude, and at the end of one of them, he was like, oh, fitness guys, we got to take a shirtless photo. That photo will never see the light of day. Never, ever, ever. No. Never. You're lucky to be alive after you showed the world's biggest criminal organization. I couldn't help myself with that one, man. I really couldn't. Looking forward to watching the show. Dude, the show's going to be good. They purposefully didn't choose actors for it because they wanted to do the content justice, right? And I've spent a lot more time supporting the show than just the last 2 weeks. For those just joining, I've been working behind the scenes on, a lot of the stories on, mine and Rudy's part for, 3-4 months. The amount of research. Here's something that I actually talk about quite a bit, more in the context of like YouTube videos and stuff. Most people see the finished product. They see what gets put forward, right? And then you nitpick it and all that stuff. It just happens. What you don't see is the work that goes into it. The research that goes into it, from a YouTube video perspective, lighting, camera, color grading, all that stuff. There were so many people with such a niche part of the production. Like, there was a guy just for, hey, that prop needs to move 5 inches. That one guy from the back of the room had to run up to the front, shift the prop 5 inches, and then run back to the back of the room. Like, at one point, they were like, hey, we need to move this box out of the way so the Steadicam operator can, like, walk through here. And I get up, and I'm like, okay. I get up to go grab it, and the director's like, what are you doing? Sit down. I'm like, dude, you said you wanted the box moved, man. Any idea of when it will air? Probably sometime early next year. I think they're trying to game the holidays. It's not a, B-level production. Let me just put it that way. A great frame of reference. I asked, the way it works is these production companies, they pitch shows to networks, and if it gets greenlit, then the production company manages that with kind of a liaison from the network. Ours will be on History. And the first couple days, I mentioned this earlier, the History Channel was there, right? And I was like, is that normal for them to like be this invested or this like involved? And everybody was like, no. No, it's not normal. Now, whether that's because you got, Reed's an actor. He gets it. I'm not. I'm definitely not. So whether that's because they just didn't think we'd be able to do it, I don't know. But they were very happy. And like I said, they didn't even stick around the rest of it. No, they left. They were like, can we just have a picture with you guys and leave? Yeah, sure. The prop mover guy is 100%. Dude, that guy was getting it though, man. the time. Continuity, right? You guys should all be familiar with continuity. When you watch the show, all right, and there's no title for it yet. When you watch the show, I hope I did it well enough. I did try to mess with continuity as much as possible. There was an F-14 Tomcat in the back, and originally it had its wings folded down, Speed Demon style. Well, every few minutes or so, I'd fold the wings up and I'd fold them back down so that hopefully, if they caught enough of this F-14, that you guys will see the wings doing this and you'll know it was me. Do you know if it'll be on streaming platforms? Probably, yeah. Sabine, what's up? Better not be a full size. No, it was like a little model. It's about that big, but it matters very much. They were like, okay, we didn't really shoot things in order, right? We shot them in order of when we had the appropriate assets to put on the monitor and the props to have for it that Rudy and I could kind of analyze and look at. Because there is thought that, Rudy and I had to put into these things. What was your experience with I don't know, AC-130s, right? Or with this thing or that thing. I might have just burned one of the... Anyway. So there was thought we had to put into that. And we would bounce around the different, episodes, right? This one's going to be episode 101, act, 6. This one's going to be 104, act 2. So one of the challenges was getting yourself back into whatever mindset it was, wild shit, man. All right, let's play video games. I forgot we were here to play video games. I don't even have the game going. Getting back into the groove of being at home is nice, though. I've had a lot of travel over the last... Oh, there's an update. It's downloading. I've had a lot of travel the last 2 months, and it's going to slow down, and we should be moving closer to a normal schedule now. You're here for the game? I'm not really here for the game. Listen, you don't want to play Tarkov. That's not how that works. Oops, wrong button. You don't want to get your slapped, okay? That's what you do. Christopher, something I've noticed is a lot of people attack. I don't pay attention to people's politics. I never do. Never, ever, ever, ever do I pay attention to people's politics when possible, because I don't consider myself someone that really follows politics a whole lot. I'm starting to pay a little bit more attention with the Funker Show just so that I can have some context. I'll tell you this much. She was a very humble person in meeting her. She was very pleasant. Did not... Somebody that I'd be happy to introduce, anybody to. I don't follow her politics. I know that there's some issues with her in the Democratic Party, leaving the Democratic Party. I don't care. Same thing goes with, Anthony, with Scaramucci, the Mooch. These were very pleasant people to meet. Their politics might be a different story. I don't know. I don't care. I wasn't there for politics. I was honestly there just to kind of take in New York, and I think I gave myself an opportunity to do that. I just don't ever want to do it again. New York's not my thing, man. I prefer to be able to pee off my back deck. I mean, you can do that anywhere. It's just a scale of how fast you'll be arrested doing it. And Tulsi combo would be interesting. Yeah, and it was a little bit... It was quick, but getting the chance to just meet people and talk about things that aren't, you know, we weren't on a debate stage. You know what I mean? It was a very casual type of conversation. You know, and I don't think I'm doing that justice in describing that, if that makes sense. Very casual conversation. Authorization code sent to your email. You have to enter this code. What? We might not be playing games anyway. Oh, Jesus. What is this? Hold on. I mean, we can spend the whole time just sitting here chatting if you guys like. I also was asked over and over again by Rudy, Jade. Spent a lot of time with Rudy and Jade. If you don't know Jade Struck, very pleasant person as well, to do a podcast. And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, guys. It's just not going to happen. Ronnie, where have you been? Oh, man, we've been covering that for now 35 minutes. I've been in New York filming a TV show, boss. Who won the wiener measuring contest? Rudy, 100%. Oh, I wanted to cover one more thing, guys, right? You'll notice that all my socials have changed to just my full name, Ronnie Adkins. Let's talk about that. Let me explain that. My new website, it's my full name. This is all a business. I'm probably more transparent than I should be about like how all of this is working for me. That'll either be great or terrible for me. We'll find out here within the next 5 years. This is all a business, and the show is not going to use RonnieFit on the screen. They're not going to. I own the search engine optimization for RonnieFit, right? If you Google RonnieFit, that's what shows up. If you Google me, good luck. I think the first thing you find is like my LinkedIn profile. But what I'm trying to do is have a way for people to end up finding me through the show. Does that make sense? Ronnie's not going to do a podcast. This is basically a podcast. Shut up, Lambo. It's kind of a podcast. And, you know, Rudy and I talked about it. Because it'd be a good one. It would, you know. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Would it be fair to say that maybe the networking could have been the best highlight of the trip? It was. The experience also, too. So the way the show works, and you guys can see it, I do have a teleprompter for the Funker videos that I do, not for the live show. The live show's off the cuff, which I'm totally going to get canceled eventually for. But the edited content, I write the script for that. I put it in the teleprompter. That way I can follow and make sure I'm covering exactly what I want to cover. Well, a lot of this show, there was a little bit of teleprompter work. Now, a lot of it's off the cuff as well, because, again, what they're hoping to draw out is, from my background, you have, you know, strategic and tactical intelligence. From Rudy's background, very, very tip of the spear type background. So they're hoping to capture those two sides of the coin, right? There's also a young guy and an older guy kind of thing that they've got going on. But it was also really helpful for me to understand how, like, a professional production uses teleprompter. You know what I mean? And that hopefully will translate into some improvements on the Funker videos. And I think I got 2 videos over on 530 that are gonna drop today and tomorrow. They were actually filmed before I left, but we're, of course, just now getting back to edit them. Let's get Ronnie on Jocko's podcast. I don't have anything of value. Jocko is like a hero of mine. I just spend the whole time swooning over Jocko. I'm not. Yeah, what? Ronnie, act like you belong. I am. Can I have your autograph, sir? Please. What's up, Suplex? What's going on? I'm still waiting on the Tarkov thing to do its thing, you know, so we'll have to keep talking. I'm 100% down with just chatting because I don't have friends on weekdays. I don't have friends. You guys are my friends. Mr. Motivation, what's going on, man? Hope life's treating you good. Life is treating me good. And the Funker guys are all making fun of me. Life is treating me good, man. And I'm really excited about the next year or so. Hopefully the next like big travel I have to do isn't until SHOT Show, because over the last 2 months I have had a lot of travel, and it's throwing a whole bunch of wrenches into, you know, my normal kind of process. What coffee you drinking, baby? This is Moab, One Nation. You and FNG Academy doing a beers and breakdown would be good. I'd love to. Don't you think you're punching above your weight with this, Ronnie? Don't think you're punching above your weight with this, Ronnie. Been following on Funker in here for a while. Nothing you haven't. I appreciate that. I do. And that's a mindset I've just got to I've got to take hold. It's I don't know if it's like a humility thing. I'm not sure. SHOT Show where you take the best mod team. You guys are welcome to come by. My town's having its annual Halloween parade this weekend, the largest Halloween parade in the United States. It sounds awesome. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I don't really know why. Maybe it's the scary stuff, spooky shit, I guess. You know, I don't trick or treat anymore. I guess I could, you know, put on a skimpy little outfit and trick or treat. I've heard that too, Chris. You know, that we covered a lot of that. One thing that they're gonna have a hard time with is, you know, the way my brain works. Again, the entirety of each episode that you guys end up watching, just know that underneath of those pants are a pair of American flag silkies. I wore them 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. I mean, you did give Matt Carricker nipples. Yeah, he's never going to talk to me again. I'm almost positive that ruined any future interaction with Demolition Ranch. I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. I went to touch him on the shoulder, and when he turned to shake my hand, the hand went down, nipple, and it was one of these, and you have to own it at that point. And, you know, Mama didn't raise a bitch. I'm owning that for better or for worse. All right? That's just what's going to happen. Don't take candy from strangers except this one day of the year, and you have to go to that. Come on in, kids. Do you have to burn the silky? Absolutely not. Those are my favorite pair. Again, I only own 3 pair of silkies, guys. But after the first 2 days went so well, I was like, I can't take them off. At this point, it's the only reason that I'm doing well. The silkies is just, that's why I'm doing so well. I've been in America when it was Halloween. When I was younger, 1,000 times better than here in the UK. I don't know how much of an American thing Halloween is. We're going to play a little bit of music. Tarkov just doesn't want to launch right now. And I don't feel like changing the title. I don't feel like changing the thumbnail and all that nonsense. What are you dressing up as? Probably a hot dog. Ronnie, how's your armor training going? Well, the armor training's done. It was just a class that the Army sent me to. The foreign and non-standard armors course, AKs, all that stuff, which actually was a lot of great value, you know, when we were filming the show, because we'd get into these conversations about, and I'll tell you one that you guys helped me with here in a minute. We get into these conversations, you know, offline, you know, off production, about AKs, about, you know, Makarovs, Tokarevs, and the knowledge and understanding from that was really helpful. But where you guys helped me out is with pronunciation. All right, there were some wild things to pronounce, including the Sturmgewehr, and all I could think about is me playing Hell Let Loose, mispronouncing that over and over and over again. and then getting up there and, you know, we're having one of those offline conversations. I'm like, actually, it's Sturmgewehr. It's also where Ronnie found his lifelong passion of how much he enjoys the piece of absolute shit Browning high power. Yeah, throw it away. I don't care. I'd rather have a sharp stick. I'd rather have a sharp stick, dude. What a piece of shit. Here's the deal. It might shoot well. It might, you know, I just don't want something that I hate taking apart. I mean, think about that, right? You want to have a platform that you feel comfortable breaking all the way down so you can fix, replace parts. If I never have to take apart another Browning high power, I am living my best life. Wish I got to go trick-or-treating as a kid. You didn't trick-or-treat as a kid? It's very American as people get pissed off about it here. Crying, it's not our holiday. Oh, whatever. Fuck them. I also got to get rid of that attitude. Right? The very, whatever kind of attitude. That's my feeling on 1911s. Can't stand the damn thing. Man, you know, I love a 1911. I don't like how it indexes. You know, I end up pointing it at the ground. But there is something sexy about a 1911. There is. You know, one that's nice and clean and it's running well. I don't like the mag capacity. I don't care who you... just because it's 45 doesn't make it, like, better. It doesn't. Yeah, what do you got? At best, 8 rounds? Name somebody. What I like to think about is all the folks that I've trained with over the years. Name any of them that said no. You don't worry about having as much ammo as you need. Don't worry about it. Name somebody that's like, nah, you don't need that much ammo. Now think about that again, and how many people say as much ammo as you can have, you bring with you. So just from a basic principle of being able to throw more in a general, wherever the hell it is you're shooting at direction, the 1911's out. Now you think, well, what about 2011s? We're talking about a 1911, not 2011s. The first 2011 I ever shot was the Sand Viper, and I ruined it. That ruined other 2011s for me. I'm never going to be able to afford a fucking Sand Viper. It's like a $7,000 handgun. Is a high power really that much different than a 1911? Yes and no. I mean, designed by the same guy. The challenge with the high power, though, is there were only certain elements that he could use for the French because all of the 1911 was patented. So, like a barrel, for instance, you'll notice it still has the same, a lot of the same features and characteristics. But if you look at the barrel, you'll almost, of a Browning high power, you'll almost think it's cracked. You're like, what the hell is that? Well, it's a 2-piece barrel that's been, I guess, forge welded together or something. And that's because a lot of the look and features of the 1911 were actually patented for the United States. What's up, Dwayne? An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. What do you mean for a more civilized age? Not forge welded. Yeah, I don't know how it's put together exactly, but it's a 2-piece barrel. You'd be surprised, Chris. You'd be surprised. Terran Tactical 2011 looks amazing, but 1911 looks sleeker. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. That Sand Viper shot real nice, man. You know, barely any felt recoil, just burning it up. Oh, man, it was nice. Yeah, I disagree with the whole, like, more civilized thing. I mean, think about that. Right? We've got body armor now. We understand This is actually, so we filmed a bunch of like web extras, and one of the ones we talked about PTS, and you know, Rudy and I talked about that. We were like, warfare's just, that age was so much less civilized. You had to be an absolute pipe hitter to do even the most basic job. Think about it. We've got body armor. We've got people with the fucking cheek mandible things. We from a post-traumatic stress perspective, we understand that so much more that we can help people better. That was a different age, man. That's a different breed of badass. Never shot a gun in my life. Need to change that, but yeah, living in Belgium. Yeah, you should. You know, I don't know what kind of opportunities you have to like just, you know, go experience that. But I feel like it's a basic skill everybody should understand how to do. Suck it up a bit. Exactly. Right? And one of the stories was in the context of, you know, American soldier going AWOL. And, you know, essentially my take on it is there's two sides to this coin. Yes, at first thought, all you can think of as a veteran or as somebody that has served or is serving, you know, what a piece of shit. That's what immediately comes to mind. But then you got to flip that coin over. Right. Now, on the opposite end of that coin, they're out there with some of the biggest rounds that are, you know, used. You got 30-06s, the Mauser. I mean, these are man stoppers that are being used. They got no body armor, no support structure from a relative sense compared to what we have now. You got to take that into perspective. And you also have volunteer force. The military now is an all volunteer force. It wasn't then. I grew up shooting Dad's Walther PPK. It's obsolete, and I don't think any firearm's obsolete. Isn't there like a TikTok going around of like a musket that's been all modernized? I want that real bad. Oh, by the way, something showed up here. Hold on. Technically, I can touch this because it's not a firearm. YouTube. It's a survival tool. So I get home and, you know, there's a bunch of boxes waiting for me, you know, stuff that I've ordered, stuff that like has been sent for us to do like the mini reviews we do inside of the Funker videos. And this thing is one of them. Why do I have a flamethrower? I mean, a fire starter, excuse me. It's a fire starter. You know, just in case you got to start a big fire. So I'll be doing a video with this. But the missus opens up this box and she kind of gives me a, Ronnie, what is that? And I was like, I don't want to say the word flamethrower. It's a flamethrower. But it just takes gas. You just pour gas in this thing. Makes me feel like a space marine. And it looks like a bolter, doesn't it? Doesn't it kind of look like a bolter? Well, the way it works is it spits gas at a plasma connection here. I read way into this. It spits gas at a plasma connection. Oh, there's a little nozzle there. Yeah, there it is. At plasma, and then it shoots out, you know, very safe fire. You could say Flammenwerfer. Okay. Seems safe at Ronnie's hand. We'll see. Cleans fence rows. That's a spider killer. Given that it's spitting flaming liquid, Again, I'm all about survival. Okay? That's you need a good solid fire starter. First streamer to ND a flamethrower. Oh, we've been talking for an hour. And thanks for coming to the very first podcast. It's gonna be it. Imagine being that fucking dude. Right? Like, hey, we gotta clear out this pillbox. Hey, Jimmy, get on up here with the flamethrower. Imagine being that guy. And then imagine being on different breed. It's a different breed. With the tanks on the back, you're just a walking combustible. My app just crashed for a sec. Oh, they're trying to shut us down because I brought out the fire starter. Sorry, YouTube. It's not a firearm, so I can touch it. There's nothing in the terms of service that says I can't touch a flamethrower while live. Hey, Ronnie, what's that Nike shirt called? Nike? I don't know. Like, it doesn't have a tag or anything. Mount it to the front of your armored Jeep. You can clear the rest. It isn't a flamethrower. It's a gardening. It's weed killers. Correct. I like to think of it as a survival tool. Tesla is not a flamethrower, or it's called that. Hey, Tarkov's ready to start. Perfect for the barbecue on a wet day. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do sometime in November. I'll have to do a video on it. You know, stuff gets. I told you guys before. Stuff gets kind of just sent to me, and then I gotta make videos on it. Tiger Torch. So that's Lambo, that's what the missus first said. She was like, can you imagine clearing snow? Like, we have a plow. I don't have a front mount for the plow. It goes into the rear hitch. Just a 2.5 inch receiver. I don't think I'll have to use it. I'm expecting the flamethrower used first time on live stream. You know, I go live from my phone, and that part of that area does have a good solid connection. I can't use it on the range because, especially right now, it's just loaded with leaves. If you melt snow, beware of the loud pops. The what? Hey, we're in. Ryan, do you play Rainbow Six Siege? Yeah, I did play at a pretty high level too. The only remaining video evidence of that is a quick cut reel or a quick cut video I did. It's posted on my Facebook. It definitely screams hacks though. Oh. No, I gotta show that on the other computer. I guess somebody saw my wall hacks. Folder. And I've been waiting for somebody to find this folder forever. You guys want to know what's in my wall hacks folder? This picture. I've been waiting for somebody to see the wall hacks folder forever. But nobody ever asks what's in it. Oh, man. It's a keychain, David. Don't be gross. It's a keychain, like a charm from Rainbow Six. Interesting way to carry a PDW. It's allows it to be ultra concealable. The keychain does. So, for those that weren't here for, it was actually last year at SHOT Show. Crypto Strategic, run by Nick Betts. Nick Betts is awesome. He's the one that produced and directed and put together the Let's Talk About the War documentary with Vet TV. When I was at SHOT Show last year, he invited me to the grand reveal of this media company, or the relaunch of Crypto Strategic. And they are handing out goodie bags. And inside the goodie bag is that keychain. I call it a keychain. You can use it as a keychain. There's a lot of things you can. It's right there. It's up there. Here. You just can't see it. It's just above my finger there. So in the I'm literally talking to like the CEO of Vet TV. At one time we had a partnership with Vet TV at Funker. And Will, one of the other Funker writers, is going through his goodie bag and pulls out his keychain and walks it over. He's like, "What the f is this?" So they were just passed out in goodie bags. Siege Operator when? We can play some more. We can play some Siege. I haven't played it in a long time. I'm gonna be an absolute potato. But I'd be happy to play some more Siege. You can go all Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That movie's amazing. I loved that movie. Like a lot. Oh, you're saying me as an operator in Siege? I'd be the worst operator. Real life or Siege. Oh my god, video games. What's this? Scav. Play some Rainbow Six? We can. I gotta get me one of them 4090s, dude. Those things are getting it. I do want to at some point in the next... Look at all this shit I've got. At some point in the next year or so, go through an upgrade on the game box. Jack, what's up, man? If you guys are just tuning in, we spent the first like hour of the stream just chatting, talking about my trip that I was just on, the film TV show. It was wild. At least I didn't forget how to like pick stuff up. That's good. Where instead he's carrying around a noisy cricket. Eric, thanks for the 12 months. God, it's been a year on YouTube already. My new website's live. If you guys haven't seen the pinned comment, give that a look. A ton of new info on there, especially in the About Me section. We got Raiders. It's a regular breaky. Why are they killing all the breakies, dude? Bitch! Those are my people. They're killing all the breakies, man. No, not that one. Why are the raiders killing the breakies? I've never seen that before. I got him. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I shot that dude in his fucking head. Have I played Stalker before? No. I sure haven't. Yeah, I've never seen him do that before. Just gotta find where he went. Where'd you go? Oh, he's up top. Oh! Jesus! Okay. Well. Back to not doing that again. Yeah, I'd be the worst operator in Siege, man. You know, you'd catch all, like, the pros using me as an operator because it would be the most nerfed one of them all. Ha! Still killed you with Ronnie. Time for my workout friends. Hell yeah, get you some. Servietnik. Oh, I did kill 2. I got one with that M67. Kobe. Sports. Sucking the big Tarkov tube food. I got a message from the Funker Man. So we spent the first hour just talking. Just talking about the trip to New York. Which, you know, if I never have to do again, I'd be fine. I'd be just fine with that. Oh. I've been playing Enlisted with the boys lately. Pretty fun. Alright, I guess we'll kit up as a... I really don't want to play Tarkov. What is this? We're gonna pick something slow-mo style that we can just kind of dork around with. And we'll put a, put that on it. We get some armor. Oh, I got a lot of stuff. Oh, man, look at all these guns, dude. Nice. I'm nuts. I got a lot of stuff to sell. Oh, hey, zombie. Got your dog tag. Were you able to keep up with current events from overseas? Not as well as I'd like. From a certain extent, though, the answer is yes. So I am tracking some of the high points, and we'll be kind of doing, just like we did for the last return, we'll be doing a bit of a summary tomorrow. I was actually home by Sunday night, but I just needed to take a day yesterday and catch up on all my other work. There's a stink bug on my light. Catch up on my other work, stuff around the house, that kind of deal. Like we got to replace our roof. Oh, I've got money. All right, we're good. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Chris. Tuesdays are, typically a night off. And I want to stick with the schedule. Because I think we are getting closer to having less travel. So I should, at least for the next little while, be able to stay on that schedule. A lot of the changes with going full-time, I just ask for a little bit of patience while I figure out what that schedule looks like. It's a mixture of, this stream of the Funker work, but figuring out exactly what that is and in exactly how that looks, I don't know. There is a schedule, though. It's, I want to say I posted it on this community page, on the RonnieFit community page. Here on YouTube, I think. All right, I need to use this because I can't. There we go. Backpack's gonna go there. What's wrong with the roof? We've had a tree that's been kind of growing into the roof for a while, and then when the hurricane hit, it rubbed it all around and ended up pulling off some shingles. So, the insurance people came out and they were like, yeah, you need a new roof. Now I gotta get that figured out. Which of course was all coming to a head while I was gone. Which sucks. Chopping firewood soon. It was a poplar. So it's not that softwood. It's probably not wood that I'll use. Trim the tree. Wow, we just cut it down. It's gone now. Yeah, the tree's gone, man. And then we need food and water. And then I need to check my tasks and see what I've got to do. New workout stump? No, I'd tear that way down. The workout stump I've got is already good. I mean, it's soft wood, so it's just gonna fail. Why does this suck so hard? Can I make this a little bit better really quick? Give me some damn ergo on it. I don't care so much about... Oh, that's -12 ergo. -7. -7, -2 for the GL shock. Viper. I guess that is the best from an ergo perspective that I can do here. I just need a bit more. I suck. Why's it got a PKO 6 on it? Please go away. Whatever. Let's check our tasks. What do I gotta do? Scabs in the barracks area. Cans of beef stew. I'm not doing interchange. Vitality. All right, I know what I'm doing. There we go. You get snow and ice down there? Yeah. Yep. Funker told me he's sending you to LA for a new... Nope. Mm-mm. Oh, but Ronnie, get the grenade for people, not the grenade. I just threw whatever the first one was. I don't like that Battle State changed it to like a question of just grabbing whatever. I'm gonna know, as, you know, putting myself into the shoes of a military contractor, I'm gonna know where my one grenade is versus where my other one is, right? So just like question mark, I wonder which one I've got in my hand here. I'm gonna huck that one out there. That just seems stupid to me. Random grenade when you hit the grenade button. It seems dumb. The next, not the next Funker video, but the one after that is probably the funniest video I've ever done. And I'm excited for it. I just uploaded it today. If you guys are nice enough, we'll watch it. Figure out how to use all my shit here. Here we go. Oh, nuts. Oh, bad. Oh, I went the wrong way. I'm gonna get unalived. This is right where I want to be, though. So I gotta kill scabs over here. Fuck it. Get on that. I'm gonna get on that roof. Nobody really plays outside reserve anymore. I said that, now I'm gonna get clapped from somewhere. Just gotta wait for scavs to spawn in. I should get plenty of scavs up here too. Player scavs, all kinds of shit. There is a better spot. Pretty good spot that not a lot of people check anymore. Get up on this roof here.
Ну что,
Ну что?
неплохой день, господа.
Just call me a dingus? I think you did just call me a dingus. I'm no dingus, you dingus. Oh! Shit, I suck. Oh no, we suck again! He's suffering. What's up, Valor? Come back. I'm sorry, friend. What's that? Somebody creeping around on my roof. Okay, that should be one. Only a billion more to go. I'm thinking if I'm still playing Tarkov next week. Oh, and sometime this week I want to play the Modern Warfare campaign. But I think if I'm still playing Tarkov next week, I'm trying to go through the entire wipe using just pistols. That'd be fun. Every time you need scavs somewhere, they're just nowhere to be found. God forbid you got a butt full of high tier loot, and every scav on the map just shows up in your location. Modern Warfare 2 campaigns, fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Good. Another much, man. Checking out some Tarkov streams. Been back into it lately. How the raid's going? I've only played one scav raid, and this is the first PMC raid, and I've been live for like an hour and a half. Spent the whole first hour just chatting about new goings on and happenings, slidings and turnings. How will you do quests? I don't know. Maybe I won't. I don't play Tarkov enough to ever get Kappa again, to be honest with you. I had Kappa the first, 4 or 5 wipes. Haven't had it since. Just don't dedicate the time and energy to Tarkov for that. Nor to the gaming stream. Right, I spend a lot of time live each week. But not that much time on the game side of on the game side of the house. Here comes Ronnie with a Glock 17. Yeah, just click him on the face. You'll be just fine. Where the fuck are all the scavs? Is that the good shit? No, that's PST. Think. Nope, that's PvP. No, put that here. Hello? Somebody creeping in my building. %. 100% somebody creeping around in the building. Just send it, dude. Scavvy boys. You're wondering what I'm doing. I gotta kill scavs here. So, one on Bliet. Hey, boss. That scav's taking your lunch money. You might want to just come up here, bro. Oh, man. This is a regular breaky, I guess? I don't know. Not a player. Well, that scav was shooting at him. From over here or something. It's a PMC. Scav. Sawed off Mosinol wipe? Oh, the chode? Maybe. My roof. Scav. Nah, I don't think that was a player scav. I mean, I'm presently the only one shooting. We would have heard he has an unsuppressed shotgun. We would have heard that shooting had he pissed off the freakies. I mean, at some point we'll have somebody go into the wee woo. Just stay over here and keep shooting stuff. And make sure nobody's looting my So I want to make sure we're actually making progress on this. We are. Nope. Yeah, we are. 3 out of 10. Oh, I only need 10 of them. Okay. Easy day. As long as they start spawning in. I guess I could go push into the tech building. Scavs normally spawn in there. Alright. Let's move through this building at least. The windowsills will spawn stuff in here. Oh, I do it all the time, Fritz. You guys got an extra salivary gland or something? No, we just take a lot of pills, I guess. Hey, nipple Vaseline. I don't know why. Vaseline works so well when you rub it on your nipples in this game. I'm assuming that's what's happening. I think there's a dude. I think that guy down there that I killed has a sister. 'Cause he was hunting for something. Keep him from bleeding. It is Russia. Nipple chafing would be rough to get through. I'm gonna steal your razors, bro. A vase. A bit of money. Hello? Oh, fuck. What's up, Brucifer? Good to see you, buddy. don't see any more scavs. It's literally all I'm here for, man. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, my friend. Rain day at work. Back home, start a new pot of coffee, load up a side-by-side, go hit the mud park. That sounds awesome. Take me with you? Mr. Lindbergh, what's going on? When will the show air? Not until probably early next year. I think they're gaming the holidays. Makes sense. Nice. Thanks, Travis. It's good to be back. It's good to be back into the groove, you know. Speaking of Funker, I got a message from him. Give me a second. Let me respond to him really quick. Catching up on a lot of stuff right now. I think I already looted everything down here, didn't I? Travis for 12 months, dude. Holy cow. Thanks, man. At level 3, too. Shit. All right, so I'm bored. Let's see what happens when we do this. Okay. Straight to the roof with you, sir. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we spent like the whole first hour kind of reflecting on my trip and everything. Thy rampant pigeon. What's going on, man? You need that. Uh-huh. Right here somewhere. I don't know. I don't think that's going to count as the barracks area, though. Not sure. Scav out there. I'll leave him as an early warning indicator. Just... Whoa, bro. Okay. Alright, dude. What the fuck? What was going on over there? Christopher, he is, dude. So, one of the most genuinely interested people in helping and making a positive impact, right? Everybody says they're trying to do shit like that, right? But from an actual attempt perspective, it feels like half-truths, you know? So, he was exactly who you would hope he would be. Let me just put it that way. Amazing dude, man. You know, and also I mentioned this earlier. All of this from a business perspective is very different, very new to me. And he's been extremely helpful, helping me understand. Anyway, helping me understand how things work, right? What I need to set up for myself to, you know, keep my family and I protected and safe, and just what a dude, man. I wish I could share some of the behind the scenes stuff that I filmed and some of the photos. I just can't yet. Once they start doing the promotional work, once the promotional spots for the TV show go live, that's when I think I'm free fire for behind the scenes stuff. Good to keep your wardrobe? No. And did you have to bring your lunch? No. Yeah, feel free to ask questions, guys. I will answer every question that that I can. So the way wardrobe worked, the way it works is there can be up to 6 seasons worth of this, and each season can consist of all the way up to, I want to say 12 episodes. They want to keep wardrobe on hand because they can refer back to it for follow-up seasons to either use similar stuff, to use something way different if it didn't really work as well as they thought it would. So what we just filmed is essentially the first part of the first season, which could theoretically be extended if people watch it. All right, I'm going to start moving down through this building. As far as lunch, everything's catered for you, man. You know, it's cool, you know, the first couple times, but it's very different. You know, you almost have to beat it out of your brain to just let other people do their jobs. And here's the way I kind of internalized it. Like, my first job was washing windows at Jiffy Lube. My first job. I would have been real pissed if a customer of mine would have stopped me and decided to wash their own windows. That's the way I kind of had to internalize that. What kind of show are you doing? What are you doing in it? I am going to be the host of a History Channel TV show, along with Rudy Reyes. And we just filmed the first season, and it should air on the History Channel sometime early next year. So you had to leave your silkies? No, those are mine. No, those are mine. Actually, the pants I wore were mine too, and the shoes. Yeah, it's my own shit. I think I was supposed to leave the pants, now that I think about it. Oh, I'm totally fucking... So we don't yet know how many seasons it's gonna be, right? So we've filmed one, And if it does well, if people enjoy it, then they'll film a second and a third, fourth, fifth. But right now it's greenlit for up to 6. Very surreal though. And I think it didn't really hit me. You know, I do a lot of trips for funker work, and, you know, I'm always filming stuff. It didn't really hit me until I'm sitting in kind of the host seat and the lights turn on. And then I was like, fuck. This is way different. Can you have context on what it's about? Yeah, absolutely. So, for those that might be in the chat that don't know, I host a combat footage review show on Funker 530's YouTube. Oh. I think there's a guy around me. I host a combat footage review show on Funker 530's YouTube, and because of some of the one specifically, the cannonball video, a producer reached out and was like, "Hey, would you like to do this on TV?" And you know, we said, "Yeah, sure." So what this show is going to be is it's a little bit different than just combat footage review. It is kind of reviewing clips and photos and things like that, but it's more attempting to solve mysteries from warfare, right? So mysteries could be a missing Soviet sub, or hey, there's a gun right there. Just imagine just like an AKS just laying around. Could be a missing Soviet sub, a missing U.S. soldier, just happens to go missing during the Cold War after, you know, the Russians reverse engineer some of our shit. Weird. All the way to dissecting the stealth chopper that was used in Bin Laden's raid. Right. A lot of different type of stuff can be included in this, and it's a really well done show. Now there's a whole panel of experts also that are involved. Rudy and I are the hosts. And what you guys are going to see is we're going to introduce these topics. And the experts, you know, Rudy and I don't claim to be experts, are the ones that are breaking it down. And the expert list is long. You know, you got guys like Nick Irving, Mike Glover, Chris Caputo from Task and Purpose, scientists, and it's their feedback that really dissects, you know, what's going on. There's gonna be fucking dudes in here. God damn it. I just know it. You have to walk to work, Uber, they send a car. Anything that we did for them, they sent a car, including to my house, and it was the most surreal thing ever. Yeah, that's Chris Swappa. You have so many questions. Fire away. So one key indicator if somebody's camping this room in here is if this left door through here is shut. If that, because it doesn't spawn shut. So if that door's shut, you got problems. That's good. Dope, man. Congrats. It was fun. It was definitely fun. Definitely a different world that I'm not used to. Dude that picked you up at the house. Well, you know, of course I'm in the back seat of this damn car they sent to pick me up, and it's a big old Escalade, one of the new ones. I'm just playing with all the buttons and shit in there. Like the first time you take your kid to the carousel and they're just playing on the horse seat, like, whee! That's what I felt like in the back of it. Alright, good raid. Made money. Got some of the quests done. And if you guys want, like, kind of a primer for how this, at least how the show will look, there's another show called The Proof Is Out There. The same producer worked on that show. I watched a couple of those episodes, and I could tell based on the way they were, you know, kind of moving the camera around, that it's going to feel very similar. Just different, of course, different topics, right? Oh, Geoff, we spent the first hour talking about as much as I could. So if you guys missed the first hour, just feel free to wheel back there. How'd the History Channel producers find you? Where they're watching or sharing? So, I think I covered that, but there was a video that we did on the Funker YouTube, and should be an easy one to find here. For 5:30. Video playlists, Funker News Network. It's an awesome video. Here's everything that... No, not that one. I want to see the playlist. I'll show you the exact video. Cannonballs in Syria. Here it is. Go away. It's a cannon being used in Syria, and I ended up breaking down this video.
The video you just watched took place in Syria during the Syrian civil war.
I was sick.
What you're seeing is a bit of good old-fashioned ingenuity in the absence of funding, a pirate cannon. The Free Syrian Army, which we've covered almost ad nauseum here, has repeatedly shown primitive weaponry still has a place on the postmodern battlefield. The cannon in the video is likely something manufactured from spare parts rather than something they picked up off of some shipwreck somewhere. Now, from a projectile perspective, what we're looking at appears to be an oblong or canister-shaped shot with an explosive charge. In a relative sense, and from a cost-to-benefit perspective, we're actually looking at an effective means of terrain and cover denial. It has a relative accuracy, probably didn't take much more than time to develop, and likely only resulted in a few of those explosives ruining their maker's day. This is where things get interesting, though, because I'm an absolute war history nerd. While historically there was explosive cannon shot, also known as carcass shot or shell, the overwhelming majority of projectiles used were cannonballs. Now, what's the difference? Cannonballs, also known as round shot, are by definition a solid projectile designed to forcefully impact structures. This could include walls, ships, or anything being used for cover. Now, in instances where round shot was used against personnel, it would typically be bounced or skipped off the ground against high-density formations for maximum effectiveness. Think of bowling pins. Explosive ordnance was typically reserved for howitzers or mortars historically, and was designed as an iron sphere packed with gunpowder. The early differences between the three weapon systems being the arc or trajectory. Guns, in this instance specifically cannon, had a just higher than flat trajectory for
anyway, yeah. So it was that video. So soon after publishing that video, which has done 2.9 million, it did pretty good. They reached out. They were like, hey, we'd love for you to interview for this. And I did. And fast forward by about a year, and here we are. So you already filmed most of the first season already. At least half, if not the whole thing. Just depends on what they want to do. Yeah, ultimately, I'm not sure how much of it I can really talk about, as long as I don't give away like the content, show any pictures. I think they assumed that because they picked Rudy and I, that we were going to use some semblance of our, you know, that we were going to start talking about it. You know what I mean? I need to sell some of this crap. I don't have that. I don't have the gas station safe key. I'm going to keep that. Sell all of what? My stash? I don't give a shit. I can have just as much fun playing Tarkov with absolutely fucking nothing. I don't care. It does not matter to me, man. So the Funker News Network playlist, there are over 50 footage breakdown videos in there. Not a lot of people know that. They think it's all a live show. The edited show, it predates the live show by a long time. I'm still learning that, Spets. What I have to just make sure not to do is I have to take into account the things that, you know, can't be spoken about. And there were times that I'd say, nah, you know, we got to move on. You know, plain and simple. But it's no different than any other job, honestly. And to be honest with you, when I started working in the with Funker 530, my command loved it. They were like, "This is awesome." Okay, cool. I'm glad you like it, because I don't intend to stop. But the pirate video is one of my favorites. Is there a blooper reel alive someplace? From the show? Maybe. I know they've got plenty of them with my dumbass up there. Almost done. You doing a Funker 530 live after this? No, the Funker 530 lives are 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Technically, I could have done one last night. But I needed to take last night to spend, you know, A, with the wife, just hanging out. B, just decompressing. You know, being in New York. I was raised in the country, man. And being in New York for 2 weeks was an absolute nightmare. Oh, Michael, thanks for the $5, dude. Thanks, man. Accept. Thanks, buddy. Bum, 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 bum. Never been in New York, but I've lived my whole life in a city. Nothing compared to the Big Apple. I've never really spent time in a big city. The closest would be the time I spent working in DC. But that's really not comparable, you know. Comparable. Where's the emphasis on that syllable? All right, I guess we'll get back up to go back in. Need a little bit more PS ammo. Any advice when first visiting for pleasure New York? Yeah, I don't mean to be cliche, but go to the 9/11 memorial. Take that in. Everybody, I feel like everybody should go to do that. You know, I'm not a dude that gets, you know, real emotional in situations like that, but I'm telling you, man, they have done that justice. Ronnie, have you got the new graphics cards 4090? Building my first PC, my buddy's telling me hold out until we can find one. They're also no, I don't. Nope. I have the last new, the 3090. But if they happen to have fixed thermal throttling issues with it, I'll be getting it. Eventually, I'll have to save up for quite a while for it. I need some food. It just, yeah, I'm tracking its out. I just, it's kind of low on the priority list at the moment. Lambo, it really is. You know, and one of the producers of the show that I'll be on, I mentioned this earlier, did a documentary, or helped produce a documentary on the design of everything there. And the gravity to some of the stuff that's there, you're not really going to fully know. And I got to find out what that documentary is called because I want to watch it. Yeah, Fritz. But yeah, I would say, you know, again, it might be cliche, but go. Do it. I saved, in the Freedom Tower. I know I think it's One World Trade Center now. The Freedom Tower is so cool, man. The architecture is amazing. The way they did it is, if you're looking at it square from just underneath of it, you know, it's got like this triangle kind of situation going on to where it almost seems like it just goes up infinitely, and I can only assume it was purposeful, right? You look up and you're like, holy shit, that's literally going forever. It doesn't, but that, along with the pits for the original towers, you know, some of the trees that survived it all are still there, and they've got those barricaded off. You know, they did it was done justice in my brain, right? I did save the museum for whenever I can take the family up there. Did you go see the teardrop? No. 1,776 feet tall. Is it really? I didn't know that. Yeah, I saved plenty of touristy stuff to do with the family. Plenty. Should be dudes coming off the mountain. And guys going into Black Pond. Yeah, weird. That's a weird number. I've got the sun in my face. That's a high tier electronics spawn right there. Broadway's a good time. The only time I went to Broadway was when we met up at the, for dinner the last night at Hunt and Fish Club. Food's so good. I ate a 38-ounce steak. So I ordered that, and they were like, sir, that's for 2 people. And all I didn't say this out loud, but all I think to myself, don't tell me what I'm about, lady. I'm eating that. It's going in my face. I ate it all. It's gone. Most of that weight's, it was a tomahawk, so most of that weight's in the bone anyway, man. What's up, bro? Fucking shit. I missed him twice. Oh no, we suck again. Alright, now what? If I was him, I'd break out the backside there and basically just cover hop. That's probably what I'll do. I'm gonna reposition. He's still in there. I'm not going to be able to see him very well if he ends up in the back here. It's a PMC. Scabbed my left, complaining about his Russian conscript equipment. I mean, you can't stay in there forever. Well, it's not even that good in there. Unless I'm on a scav, I never loot the chopper, dude. But if he goes right here, I'm going to have a hard time seeing him get into that spot. Might be able to get a shot on me from there. Also, a real CSGO kind of angle from those doors. What's up, battle? Told you. Scared me. I was looking at chat. I think they buffed the intel spawn in there, could be wrong. It used to spawn a lot more than it does nowadays, though. Let me sell my entire gun collection. I can afford a 4090. Yeah, right now they're definitely nowhere near MSRP. What's up, Brad? Brad. Remington. We'll be closing out here in about we'll run a scav, and then I'll be closing things down for the day. I've got a 5K to go to for Little. It's her practice 5K. It has been a little while. Oh, that felt good. Your ribs are supposed to pop, right? That's normal? Okay, good. Sean, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Geoff, if you're still out there, what is the teardrop? Was in New York, October 2000, was on towers and everything. One day go back, see the memorial just to visit. Yeah. Yeah, but looking up at Freedom Tower and the way that was designed was cool. Like, I had to double take it when I got out of the Uber. I looked up, I was like, what the fuck? And then I kind of... I did see the Charging Bull on Wall Street when I was filming that video. The monument Russia gave us. I'm not even tracking what that is. Well, Mom was giving me all kinds of shit. I guess there's a bunch of gray hair that I'm getting now. Sucks. Been a while, it has, buddy. It's good to see you, though. How you doing? You holding up? Fuck am I at? Oh. 19 minutes. No, so it was like one of those, there's a TikTok meme kind of thing that makes fun of reality versus TikTok. It was one of those situations. The line and amount of people standing there hoping to get like a photo with the bull was ridiculous. I almost did the criminal organization video. I almost did it there. There was just too many damn people. So I said, let's just actually go to, the stock exchange. It was actually only my 4th raid, dude. In 2 hours and 15 minutes. We spent the first hour just talking. What was the video upload you were teasing at the beginning of the stream, or did I miss it? We haven't even looked at it. If you guys want to, we can. It's a video from the Funker side that hasn't gone live yet. I also jumped realizing you're younger than me. Like, what, 34? Yeah, I mean, I'm only 33. But I am young. I was not the youngest there, but I am young to be doing, like, they kept calling me kid. It's like, well, weird. Yeah, you want to see that video? Okay. It's a funny one. It might be the funniest edited video we've published in a long time. It's pending monetization right now, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I spent some time with the PB in the Armorer's course.
What's up?
Hey, buddy. And It's just as janky as you'd think it was. Like, just as janky. And what was most interesting about it is the baffle system for the suppressor is the exact same design as the baffle system for the VSS. Exact same design. No difference whatsoever. Still just a bunch of sheet metal. That's all. Just sheet metal. Your whole beard is gray when you don't have to shave for the army? Ugh. I don't have any gray in the beard. I'm looking forward to a little bit of salt and pepper, you know? Hey, man. Eh. Do I have industrial gates? All right, we're gonna head straight there. Look at all these damn scavs, dude. Always forward, Sean. Every day, man. Every day. Post a link in Discord. Alright, dope, man. Yeah, I'm not even tracking that. Is it falling apart? That would make sense. Oh, was it? What was ours? 40 rounds. 40 rounds was our motto. That was like the motto saying. 40 rounds, drill sergeant. 40 rounds. So, when we were filming, you know, they tried introducing a little bit of like military feel, of course, some lingo. Well, at one point, they wanted me to say hua. And I had to explain to them very, very clearly, you don't have enough guns to point at me to have me say hua at any point. And I was like, you guys are also using it in the wrong context. No. But not Rudy. Rudy was down for rah. Kill. Like, damn it, Rudy. Fucking Marines. I tried to get one of the producers to bring me a box of crayons that I could like leave in various places or near his stuff. Hua? It's like it's actually really hard to describe what it's used for. It can be an acknowledgement. It can be motivational, or it's supposed to be. It's not. I don't know. How would you describe, like, what's the Navy's? Hoo-yah? What would the Air Force's be? A squeaky chair? I don't know. What would Space Forces be? If you ask, Angry Cops, meat more. Supposed to be a battle cry. Yeah, but it's used like in context now. It's used less for that and more of kind of a moto exclamation, you know. Nothing, because in space nobody can hear the screen. I like meat more. Up. That almost went bad. We're gonna barrel up onto the top of one of these buildings and see if we can get some snacks. Are they still alive? Doesn't look like it. Can't really tell though. We'll find out here in just a second when I come over the top of this ridge. The stream before we left, we were trying to find and listen to the Space Force song, and we found a parody, and I thought it was real. But then we listened to the actual Space Force theme song, and the parody was better. It leaned into space more. Hell yeah, Sean. Good. One of those web extras is going to be, you know, Rudy and I kind of talking a little bit about that, about how people are, you know, more or less... There's like a pride thing that you don't want to go and talk to somebody. But you shouldn't be ashamed if you've got, you know, if you're having those thoughts and feelings. You should not be ashamed about that. And we understand so much more about PTS nowadays than ever. You know, I shared the story about Matt. You know, a lot of you guys might not know that story. I haven't talked about it in a long time. I shared the story about Matt, you know, for the web extra, and but it's just unfortunate that, you know, for a long time that the culture was fostered that you were some kind of a pussy. It's the stupidest thing ever. Stupidest thing ever. The aliens reference was hilarious in the parody. Yeah, it was, but that made it better. Oh, okay, yeah. You shouldn't. That can't traverse over here. You know, they actually did a study that the 22 a day number is now believed to be extremely low. I don't remember where I was reading that. But that's kind of considered to be on the very low end now. That one's still up. You guys think I can hit an absolute banger on this dude? Nah! What? I'm nuts! I'm going over there. Hurry up! Oh, no, the replay's not on. Oh, ow, owie, ow. I'm probably gonna die to the other one, but whatever, man. So you're saying 22 is a low estimate, but it's actually higher. That was I don't recall the source of the study that I was reading, but yes, it's a low number. Yeah, I guess. Lambo, I don't know. All right. Here we go. Where is he? Where you at? Hopefully he went over there and I can take this one's gun and then go kill him. Oh. Oink. Thanks for being here for a bit, Sean. It's good to see you again. Good to talk to you, buddy. We'll finish looting him, then we're going to beat feet back over to our extract. You know what I could do? Is I could wear this. Drop that. Take the LBCR. Because that'll sell better than everything else. Juice. Nice. Ow, 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 ow. What's up, Mike? Yeah, I'm moving, I'm moving. What's your thoughts when you saw the fighter eject vid? I've got an edited video that's publishing today on that one. So here's the deal. I'll give you guys the sneak peek. It's really hard to know what caused that. I mean, it's a legit video. Like, there's no reason to believe otherwise. It's very high quality video too. But there's a lot of comments on like what caused this jet to go down. There's one frame that you can actually see another jet. And then the video dives into capabilities of the Su-25. It's only like a 3.5-4 minute video, but that'll go live on the Funker side today. Debating on picking some up the 300 blackout suppressor fun times. Any experience with that cal? I did have a 300 blackout. I still have like, I don't know, 90% of the, you know, few hundred odd rounds I bought with it. I ended up replacing the 300 blackout because I needed a competition gun to take to the tactical games. I would have liked to have just bought another one, but I got a ball on a budget. I loved it. You know, there was nothing wrong with my 300 blackout. I thought I had a good time with it. Understanding the ballistics behind it is still something, you know, I'm not a ballistics expert or even a ballistics nerd anymore. At one time I was a little bit, but I thought it was great. You know, didn't hate it at all. Now, I had an issue with the specific 300 blackout that I had. The way the charging handle was machined, actually where the latch was machined into to catch the upper receiver. I'm a lefty, and it was supposed to be a left-handed charging handle or an ambi charging handle, but it wouldn't engage on the left side for me to charge it. No matter what I did, I actually had to point the weapon up at the sky to get it to engage, And it was just too much of a pain in the ass. The Daniel Defense. Oh, it's downstairs. The Daniel Defense is beautiful. I can charge that any direction. It doesn't matter either side, whatever I want to do. Easy. STM, 130 meter STM9 shot. Pretty average stuff. All right, Bib. Thanks for being here for a little bit. That'll probably be the last raid anyway. I got some Funker work to do. And then I gotta get ready for the practice 5K with Little. I do want to clean up the stash before tomorrow morning. We've seen the vids of the two different fighters that went down in Russia. We have. I have. I've got an edited video coming up on that. Here is the sneak peek to that one. Over the last 3-4 months, that's not an isolated thing. Not even a little bit is that isolated. So there was an instance of like an SU-34 going down back in April. An instance of another Frogfoot going down a few months before that. No, April was the earliest that I went back. And then in October, SU-34 goes down on takeoff from Crimea. You had the wild SU-25 takeoff and immediate bank and crash. That's a precedent at this point. That's not just like isolated incident problem. I get it. Training accidents happen, on takeoff and stuff. Western military, it doesn't matter. But at that rate, that's interesting to me. But I got to film that one today. I'll probably film that one once I'm off the stream and handle a little bit of the other work. What's the week's schedule look like? We're on the normal schedule with a couple caveats. So this week's schedule is day stream today. Hello. And nothing this evening. This evening is Tuesday nights or nights off. And then tomorrow, day stream and Funker stream. Thursday, day stream. Friday, day stream. There will not be a Funker stream Friday night. I have a dinner I have to go to. If we do, it'll be early. Now, the only... my reserve duty was supposed to be last weekend, but I was in New York. So my currently scheduled makeup drill is this Thursday and Friday. I just got to talk to them and see if it's one of those paper makeup days or if they actually want me there. If they want me there Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be gone again. But we'll stream over the weekend or something, But we should be, to some degree, back to some semblance of normalcy. There is one more thing that I have to go and do for the show. Voiceover. So I don't think that'll be more than just a couple days, though. Getting higher every day, Suplex. Guys, that's it. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys at the latest tomorrow morning. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting with me for the first hour. We didn't even play video games the first hour. Again, I'll see you at the latest tomorrow. Welcome back. It's good to see you. And don't choke anybody out today unless you absolutely have to. And if so, put them down. See you later.